we're going to practice this little greeting routine that I do with Muffin every day with somebody different every day. Sit. And she's sitting. I'm going to give the person a little treat. She waits till I come back next to her, and I'm going to send her over. Go say hi. She goes over there. She gets a treat. And then I say, come. I call her back to me. Good. Say good when you give her a little reward. And I usually just do this 3 times with a different person every day. Okay, because she can't handle a lot. She's pretty spry for her age, but sit. She's definitely kind of fragile. So she sits and waits. You see, she's getting really good at that sit stay. Go back over to her. Go say hi. She's a lot friendlier now. She's a lot, gets to know people a lot quicker. She's not growling and barking at people. Come. You know, one of the issues was, good, she's protective of one person, whoever she gets attached to. And when you came to visit her, she was protective. All of a sudden she started growling and barking at me, when before she was growling and barking at other people that would come near me. So now, sit. I'm doing this greeting routine, and she's getting to know different people every day, and she doesn't protect me anymore because she's getting to know so many different people. If she pops up, you know, it's always a good thing to make sure that she stays there in that sit stay. You can just pull up a little bit and push down just a little bit. Be really gentle. Make sure that she actually waits. Sit. Make sure she really waits to be released over there, to go over and get her treat. Go say hi. So she's meeting so many new people and having so many great interactions with new people that she's, you know, her horizons are being broadened, and she's starting to trust a lot of different people. Okay, another greeting routine. Sit. Another new person. She sits. You can't do this for very long every day because she loses focus very quickly, and you never want to make it difficult for her. Go say hi. Oh boy. Come. Good. But just having even one interaction like this, where she goes over, accepts a gift from a new person, and then you pick her up, and then that person can hold her. Here's your treat. And face the camera, please. And we're going to just do this whole thing that we did. There we go. Yeah, look at that. And actually, this is a brand new person, and Muffin's never been held by her before. And you see, brand new person shows up, Muffin's not protective of me like she used to be, and you can put her down or hand her back to me. Hand her back to me. Yeah. So she's way better with strangers. When I first got her, you know, just my employees couldn't handle her or pick her up, and now we have brand new people showing up in the yard doing the greeting routine, and then I can pass her off to hold, for them to hold her, which we could never do when she first came here. There she goes. Good girl. Here, more treats. There we go. Good girl. I pick Muffin up every day because when I first got her, she was very sensitive to that, and she didn't like to be picked up. And the way that I do it is give her a little treat, and as she's munching on that treat, I pick her up. And so I've done that a bunch of times, many, many times now, because she's been here for a while now. And so because I've done it so many times like that, now I don't have to use a treat after a month or so, and she just lets me pick her up, and she's fine. Then the next challenge was to pass her off to somebody that she didn't know. So, oh, here. So you have the treats. So this is the way I would do it. So she's busy, she's got a mouthful of treats, and then I would pass her to another person, and they would have treats too, and turn towards the camera so they can see. And you can pass her back to me. And we just practice passing Muffin back and forth. Very good. And it all happens for her in her mind. She gets treats when she gets passed back and forth with people, to different people, and she kind of likes it. So she's looking forward to getting passed off and being picked up. And she's a lot more confident about being handled by different people and having different people around her. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Here we are with Muffin, our little friend Muffin, and some of her new friends. And as you know, in the beginning, she would be protective. Anybody would approach me. She got attached to me, and then anybody would approach me, and she'd snarl and bark and be protective of me. Well, over time, she got to know multiple different people because of the greeting routines. Look, just giving her a treat. Always pick her up like that. I've never been bitten. She's never tried to bite me. And when you're passing her off to other people, you do it like this. A little treat. Look at that. And then pass her off. You have to do this. Why don't you put the treat in that hand? And Ronnie has never held Muffin before. Here, you have to hold the dog. There you go. So this is first time that he's ever held Muffin. And Muffin's has accepted being held by multiple other people. Now hand her back to me. Okay, there we go. All right, good. And now cruise. See how I did it? So this hand goes like this, and then that hand, I think that hand is a treat, and this hand would, under. There you go, like me. Yeah, just the way I'm doing it. She's eating the treat. Very good. See? So neither of these guys have ever held her before, but it's always treat time and a special time for Muffin when people pick her up. So now she's a little bit apprehensive when a stranger, or they're not strangers, but somebody that's never held her before holds her. But these guys aren't exactly expert in holding little dogs either, but she still is okay because we reduce the stress of the situation by a high value little reward. These happen to be little tiny pieces of organic ham. Not ham. No, it is ham, but it's bacon that she loves. And good girl, Muffin, good girl. She gets very lively when she comes out and she sees people because she's associated people with these treats. And also I can say, so keep showing her, and I'm gonna see if here, why don't you give her treats? Get down there and give her treats, and then I'm gonna call her away, and this is all off leash, of course. Come! Good girl, good, I can pet her. Good girl, I can pick her up. I can take her somewhere. More treats. Okay, give her that. Now I'm going to go over here, call her to me. Come! Oh boy, good girl, good. Oh, come here, sweetie. Come on. There you go. So as you can see, she's getting used to being handled in this way by a lot of different people. One more thing I want to show you is the leash. Can you grab the leash for me, please? And we're not using the harness or the vest you put on because it's such a project to put it on and take it off. And I know that she was getting aggressive with the owner when you were trying to even touch the vest and couldn't take it off. I finally got it off of her. And we've just been using this little slip leash. She never gets out of it. You can walk her around. Come on, let's go. Come on. See, I'm walking her around. And just make sure that you're always turning left into her when you're walking. Like this is fairly, like training mode. See, I'm always turning left. Okay. If I do a circle like this, okay. Sit. I'm gonna have her sit at the end of that circle. Her stay is getting better. She sits right away, but she pops up a lot, although her stay is getting better, as you can see. Waiting to be released. Go. Come. Good. She loves to do these little training things, and it's helped to kind of stabilize her brain in the last few weeks because when they learn these little exercises, these little things, like just basic stuff, come and sit, and also down. Good. Things like that, no. So we're working on the down stay now. But when she learns these little things, okay. she's thinking and she's focusing her brain, and if she spends time every day even doing these simple things with you or somebody, that time spent focusing on doing things and actually thinking and building up a level of concentration so she can sit stay and downstay and things like that, that makes her happier in general, because her brain has a purpose. She has a purpose, and she has some little things to do with you every day that she didn't have before, and she just doesn't spend her whole day worrying about what's going to happen next and being afraid of everything. And it just, in general, it strengthens her brain. And so if she's focusing on those types of things, it also builds up a tolerance to stress, helps her build up a tolerance to stress. And all those problems you had with her you going to pick her up or touch her, and she was biting you, come. Good. All those things were a byproduct of her little brain just not being able to handle any kind of stress at all, and every little thing in her daily life became stressful, and she was freaking out. And so she was biting the person that she loved the most, which is you, just because she was kind of out of her mind. But doing these little things with her and doing it in the way that I'm doing it, as you can see, she's become a lot more stable and happy, and you should continue doing these things so that this continues back when she's back home with you. Come. Oh, look at that. She's got a good come command. Good girl. Very good. So I'll just practice with her out in the yard with no leash, and I'll practice calling her to come to me. Come. Good girl. And she gets a treat every time, and I pet her, and then I'll pick her up, and I do this every day. And she's getting very comfortable with a lot more handling than she used to be comfortable with by strangers.